The world knows Thatcher for her public persona. We're left wondering what she was like in private life, and for that we're lucky enough to be joined today by Niall Gardner. He's director of the Heritage Foundation's Margaret Thatcher Center for Freedom, and he served as an aide to Margaret Thatcher from 2000 to 2002. You helped her write her book, Statecraft: Strategies for a Changing World. Niall, thanks for being here. We are hearing all these wonderful things about her and her legacy, and also things in her legacy that aren't necessarily the greatest thing in the world, that don't stand up. But you actually knew her. Tell me about the last time you saw her and what you saw there that those of us who didn't know her might find surprising.
Well, actually, the last time I saw Lady Thatcher was in December in London, at her house in Belgravia near Victoria Station. She was actually very cheerful. She was in a remarkably good, cheerful mood. She was very tranquil, very, very content at the age of 87. And no doubt she was looking back upon an extremely successful career, the most successful British politician of the 20th century. And I have to say that Margaret Thatcher, despite the public persona of the Iron Lady, in person she was extremely warm-hearted, very, very compassionate, someone who enjoyed making people laugh as well, actually.
Really? Did she have a good sense of humor?
She had a very good sense of humor. In fact, a lot of her best speeches, I think, in the House of Commons are the speeches where she tore into her opponents, but resulting in roars of laughter from the assembled MPs. But this is certainly a very, very harsh environment, the House of Commons, but she succeeded in winning over not only her own side, but of course many on the other side of the political aisle as well, who admired her political skill and tenacity, and above all her conviction. And
how much did she keep up with what was going on here in the U.S.?
She's always maintained a very close interest in U.S. affairs, and when I saw her in December, she had been keeping an eye on the U.S. elections. And the United States has no greater supporter than Margaret Thatcher.
What did she think? Was she happy with how we were doing? Was she concerned? What was her take on us?
I think she certainly had a concern about U.S. decline. In her view, the United States must lead on the world stage. Without American leadership, the world is a far more dangerous place. And she was very, very concerned that the United States, because of the economic situation, because of cuts in defense spending, that the United States would not be able to live up to that global role. So she was someone who had a huge amount of faith in the American spirit, in the spirit of this great nation, and her wish was that the United States would continue leading on the world stage.
Niall, thank you so much, and our deepest condolences on the loss of your friend. Still ahead.